You have probably heard me use the phrase a daring learner a few times in my other videos. In this video, I'm going to explain the difference between being a student and becoming a learner, because you can only become a learner. And I am mostly interested in becoming a daring, curious, and creative learner. Let's get started. Look, I'm not a native speaker, but I'm very interested in achieving native-like fluency in a foreign language. I teach the strategies to continuously hone your communication skills in a foreign language. In my case, it's English. I also speak German, but my German skills are way less advanced than my English skills. And I continuously remind the people I work with that I am not a teacher and I'm not the teacher. I'm not the ultimate authority when it comes to learning a foreign language. I learn with you. And I practice continuously, daily with you. And I'm inviting people to learn and practice with me. I am very open about showing my own process, self-correcting my own mistakes, and sharing the exercises that I do on a daily basis. If you go to our community of practice, you will see all the exercises I do, and you can see my own practice routine, and you can see what exercises you can do too to achieve native-like fluency. I'm a learner. What distinguishes a learner from a student? I am probably going to talk about some painful truths when it comes to learning. And I'm asking you not to take them personally. If you recognize yourself in those behaviors that I'm going to talk about, it doesn't mean you're doing something wrong. What we want is self-awareness. Once you become aware of the things that you're doing and you shouldn't be doing, you have everything you need to correct your behavior and to change the course of action. What skills help you become a good learner, an effective learner, and a successful learner? In my world, these are first and foremost the meta skills. What are the meta skills? The meta skills are your imagination, your storytelling skills, your self-awareness, your self-reflection skills, your critical thinking skills, your ability to discern, your creativity, your self-discipline, your ability to tell facts from opinions. A lot, actually. Your ability to plan, to manage your time, to analyze. A lot of the skills in this category help you learn, and they're called meta skills for a reason. Reason number one is that you can never learn them separately from learning a subject. If somebody invites you to join a workshop to learn about meta skills, and this workshop is not going to be about something practical, meaning you're not going to practice a specific skill, it's going to be a waste of time. You cannot learn, let alone harness your meta skills separately from the skill that you're practicing. But the good thing about meta skills is that they're permanent. Once you have taught yourself to pay attention, to see things, to self-reflect, to analyze, to listen to yourself, to hear yourself, to read between the lines, to use your imagination, to think critically. Once you have taught yourself these skills, and especially the skill of asking yourself the right questions and finding the answers to your own questions inside. Basically, once you have learned to have enough faith in yourself and to believe in yourself, when you have those skills, they're yours for life. You are never going to lose them. The best part about meta skills is that they are permanent, and that's what I love about them. They're permanent. And unfortunately, most learners, or I should say most students and most educational institutions and most online schools are focused on learning and teaching hard skills. What is a hard skill? It's a skill that you can measure. You need to invest a certain number of hours. You need to attend a certain number of classes. You need to write a certain number of assignments. You need to receive certain grades. You need to pass the exam. You need to get a certificate. And your certificate is actually the end result of your learning process. It's considered to be the end goal and the end result of your learning process. So what a student will do is they will mark this process as done, because now they have a certificate. They can put it on their resume. They can show it to anyone who doubts their skills. But they also are very well aware of the fact that if they do not practice the skill that they have spent so much time learning, they're probably going to lose it. That's why if you take English tests, you have to take them again and again, every 2 years. I believe every 2 or 3 years, you have to prove that you haven't lost the skill. Hard skills are incredibly easy to lose. And this is what so many English learners experience. When they're taking the program, the language program, they're very active. They do something regularly. They prepare for classes. They do their homework. They speak in class. But once the program is over, once they've taken the test, they don't know what else they should be doing with their time. They stop practicing entirely. I would say the most disastrous thing is that they have no idea what they can be doing with their time now. They spend so much time in class, and they didn't use this time effectively to learn what they can be doing outside of the classroom. How can I do everything I did here to improve my English skills when I'm not here? The same happens to people who go to the gym and hire a private coach. They perform at their best with a coach. They know what to do. They have very structured workouts. They have someone who holds them accountable for their performance in the gym, for their eating habits, for their sleeping habits. But as soon as their private coach is not available, they come to the same gym where they've spent so many hours and they've worked with all these machines. They know all this equipment, but they come to the gym alone when their coach is not there and they don't know what to do with all this equipment. Where should I begin? What machine should I use? Should I do my cardio first or should I do my strength training first? How many reps? How many sets? People don't know. And a learner is someone who always knows, because a learner is always discerning information and a learner is always asking questions. And I would say this is the most important difference between having the mindset of a student and having the mindset of a daring learner. A student wants to learn some hard skills, and they see their learning process as a finite process. There is a beginning and there is an end. I begin here where I know nothing. I go through this program, through this curriculum, and by the end of it, I'm going to achieve a certificate. There is an end goal. And here, a student believes that it's done, that they have mastered the skill, that they have learned it, and there is nothing else to do. A learner is always ready to be a beginner. They can discover that they are a complete beginner at any point of time. When they start somewhere in the middle, closer to the end, even though there is no such thing as the end, but they can feel like a beginner at any point of time, and most importantly, they are not afraid of this feeling. They're not afraid to make mistakes. They're not afraid of looking stupid. They're not afraid of looking incompetent in the eyes of other people, because most probably they are, and they are aware of this fact. They probably are not competent enough if they feel like a beginner, if they don't have the confidence to apply what they have learned. A student never thinks about application. A learner cares only about application. A learner is somebody who hones their meta skills. They invest in developing their meta skills because they're not only permanent, but they help you accelerate your learning process relative to anything else that you're going to learn. Meaning it's going to be easier for you to pick up a new skill, and you're going to be more successful if you want to improve one of the skills that you already have. Let's say you want to achieve mastery and something that you know how to do, but you're not quite satisfied with how you do it. You want to do better. I work with a lot of people who speak English very well. Maybe they did the test, the English test, and it said that they're advanced. Maybe their colleagues gave them feedback, such as, your English is pretty good. And these people know that both advanced and pretty good are not enough for their real life goals and their real life tasks. This is why I am so interested in achieving native-like fluency, because to me, it's about mastery and virtuosity. Mastery requires self-discipline. Mastery requires very well-developed meta skills. Mastery requires being a learner, not a student. Mastery means it's going to be an infinite process, and I'm going to enjoy it. Even though I know it's going to be infinite, I'm going to enjoy it. Does it get better? Absolutely. Every step of the way it gets better and better.